Yo, what's good people? Welcome back to another video, and it's an early Saturday morning and I'm doing a YouTube video. Great. Very tired at the moment, but we got a video to do, so we got to do it, and it's a very important video, and it's all about answering your questions regarding StockX. And I've had a lot of people ask questions on my StockX video. If you haven't seen that video, please click here or here. There's a link here. It should pop up over here. Please click on that and it shows you how to sell and ship to StockX. However, a lot of people have asked these questions and I am obviously replying to them, but I thought I'll make a separate video to make it even more helpful for you guys out there on how to ship or sell on StockX, or any other questions that may arise in the future. Hopefully this video does help you out as well. So without further ado, before we even go anywhere, please hit the subscribe button, guys, and I would really appreciate if you do that, because it honestly means a lot. It motivates me even more to do content like this for you and help you guys out. But other than that, let's get into the video, guys. Let's go. So let's just jump into it, guys, and I'm not gonna really go in order for these questions I've written down. We're just gonna go for it randomly, and yeah, let's just go. So how long does it take to get verified your item that you have sent to StockX? Now it really doesn't matter. You have a typical time around 1 or 2 days. So this is, for example, from the day you ship the item, they do a standard UPS delivery. So if you sent it today, let's say you sent it today, and the person who's collecting the item, the UPS driver, delivery driver, will collect it from the access point, and then will take it to the warehouse, wherever, where they deal with all the shipments. And next morning it should arrive to StockX if there are not any delivery delays. I mean, the busiest time of the year is December. We all know it's the fastest time of the year, and this is where a lot of people have delivery delays and everything. So normally it just takes 1 day. So you ship it today, tomorrow it should be with StockX. But you got to remember one thing: you have to ship either early in the morning or just before midday, because a lot of UPS drivers come to these access points before 2 o'clock and they collect it. If you go and post it, or send it for shipment after 2 or 3 o'clock, they won't be there. So you have to wait for an extra day. So they have to come back tomorrow and collect it, which means that is just putting a time delay in your item to get to ship to StockX. And then when it's sent to StockX, StockX will inform you either through an email, or you can check through your app as well, or your account, and it will say it's been delivered and it's ready for verification. And from there it'll probably just take about 2 hours, 3 hours, or maybe even a day, depending on how many orders they have to go through. And then once it's verified, you will get your money sent ASAP. Next question: how does the StockX seller level work? So this is a question that I always thought about myself. Like when I first started on my StockX, my seller level was 1, and that 1 means you get charged the highest interest. I think is the interest or commission fee, whatever they do, and that's about 10%, and that's a lot of money they're gonna take. So from there, I mean, the overall commission, that's just eating into your profit. The more you sell, the seller level gets upgraded. And if you consistently keep it, for example, you're selling like 10 to 15 items a month, or maybe 20 items a month, your seller level goes up, and the fee or the interest rate, whatever it is, gets reduced. So it goes to 9% or 9.2%, then it goes to 9%, then 8.5%. It just gets reduced. However, for example, for 1 month you don't sell at all, and you have your seller level is like level 4 or level 5. If you don't sell consistently and you stop selling for like a 1 month and there's not a sale being made, that interest rate will go back up again. So instead of going to 8.5, it will go back to like 9% or maybe 9.2%, because they want you to be consistent in selling. So this is another thing. It will affect on how you sell and how much you sell and how consistent you sell. Does the shoebox has to be in a mint condition? Right, this question is quite important, because I have sold shoes before and I was quite nervous. There were times where the shoe boxes were damaged, and a lot of people been asking me like, oh, and I used to ask questions. I was like, oh my god, like, does it really need to be in a mint condition? And I do expect the buyer who's buying the shoe, you probably want the overall packaging and everything to be in a good condition. It's just how you would probably go to any other store. If you're buying something, you want to make sure the packaging is not damaged. However, StockX doesn't really care. Not to a point where, for example, if the shoebox, let me just show you. This is a perfect shoebox. They're mint condition, hardly any damages, maybe just like little nooks over here, like little bumps here. There's hardly any damage you can see on this. This will pass regardlessly how many bumps it may have, it will pass. But if there are big tears to a point where the lids may be like, okay, for example, if there's a tear going through all the way down here, they may not pass this, and you probably get your items sent back to you, or even you probably get fined. However, I have sent shoeboxes where there are slight tears, but not too big, about this big, and it still gets passed, because at the end of the day, they do understand that you are not gonna, as a seller, you're not always gonna get the shoebox in a good condition, but they want it to be in a good condition, so they'll pass it on to the buyer. So don't worry about it. If it's in a very bad situation, I advise not to sell it on StockX. Avoid it, because you might end up getting the item back and not making your money, or you might get fined, like, just to get the item back, so you have to pay to get your shoe back. Or probably the best way I would try it is go and sell it on eBay or Depop or something, and inform over there that the shoebox is damaged a little bit, however the shoes inside are in a good condition. So yeah, you could work your way around like that. So yeah, hopefully that. Next question: what if I don't have a printer? Don't worry about that, guys. Honestly, it's not the end of the world. Let me help you here. So if you don't have a printer, or you don't have access to a printer, the way it will work, you can either go to a library or go to like an internet cafe where they have printer and you can access them there. All you got to do is log into the computer, and then go online, sign into your StockX account, and print off the shipping label from there. Because you're not printing just the shipping label, you're printing the other paper with it. So paper one that goes inside the item box, or the shoe box, and the page 2 is the shipping label. So it's not the end of the world. You can go to these two places and get your printer printed off. Or if you are unable to go to a library or an internet cafe, maybe ask one of your friends or other family members that may have access to a printer, or someone that you know that have access to a printer. And the other thing I can recommend is, if you're really looking to buy a printer and you don't have a printer by the time, you can either just go. It's going to be a bit of an expensive option, but it does mean it saves you time in the future for asking other people or going out there. And from there, you're basically just going to go on and print every time. There's another question, guys, I want to make sure I cover before the end of the video, and it is potentially just going to help you, maybe save you a lot of money, save you time, and save you money in terms of where you don't have to pay any fines or anything like that, or you don't get penalized by StockX if you make this mistake. Because I have made it. I made it not once but twice. Luckily, I never got charged, or I never got fined or anything like that. So I thought I'd help you guys out as well. This question is, what if you sent the wrong item? Let's say, for example, on the shoebox it says US 9 and you mistakenly send it as UK 9. US 9, there's a size chart on StockX, you can always check. US 9 in Nike brand is UK 8. But if you send UK 9 as US 9, what would happen? What would happen is they're gonna not accept it. First of all, they'll take a picture of the box, the shoe box, and be like, this is wrong. You sent as UK 9, you thought it was UK 9, but it's a US 8. A US 9 that we were asking for, which is a UK 8. So what would happen is they will fail the verification. They're like, if it's your first mistake, they will like, okay, we will send you back your item now. We will not charge you, because I never got charged when this happened to me. I sent the wrong size and they said, we will not charge you because you are a good seller and your record with us is good. So just make sure you don't repeat this mistake again. This is exactly what they said, and I had to make sure I double and triple check every time I sell an item. And when it's even sold, I need to double check that I'm still sending the right item, and I don't go through all of this hassle again. Because remember, they may let you go once, but they may not let you go twice for the same mistake, because they do keep a record of it, of how it's going. So please double check. The other question is basically the same question I just answered now, which is, what if you send the wrong item? This question is a bit different. This is, what if your item has minor defects but you was unable to see it, but you sent it to them and it gets failed for the verification? What happens is they will take a picture of it again and they will show it to you that this item has defects and you sent an item that is faulty. We will not pass the verification and it will not get sent to the buyer. And then what you do, they will, if your record at StockX is good, and they will not charge you again. This happened to me. I sent a Supreme Timberland, I can't remember the name of the jacket, Supreme Timberland jacket, which got released in 2021, Some of you may know what I'm talking about, and it has like a taping on it, and on the taping there was little smudges and little like basically defects, and it was faulty. I sent it to them, they took a picture of it and they said, sorry, we can't accept this, we failed the verification. And I was nervous. I was like, no, this is my second mistake, I hope I don't get charged, I hope my item gets sent back to me for free of charge. And they didn't charge me, they let me go. They said, please don't do this again, otherwise in the future you are potentially going to be paying $15 just to get your item back. So guys, make sure if you are sending an item, double check everything, even when it is sold. Don't put it in the box and don't go to ship it. Check everything that is got no defects on it, no missing sizes or anything like that, or you don't send the wrong size. Where can I get the boxes from to ship to StockX? Right guys, I think it's quite important to address this question. By the time you're shipping your item, you don't want to be looking for stuff, you don't want to be buying stuff and just wasting time, because you only have 2 to 3 days of time frame to ship it to StockX. So this question, I think it's better to address it like this. If you're someone who's not going to be selling consistently on StockX, maybe once in a while, then it's better to just go to the post office or go to the UPS store and buy a box over there, and then bring it home and ship your items, like package it, everything, then go and ship it after. So you don't there's no point for you having extra boxes if you're not going to use them. If you're going to be a consistent seller, especially a reseller, you're going to be selling consistently, not just on StockX, but Goat, Alliance, eBay, Depop, all these platforms. You're going to be selling, and you want to make sure you have these boxes ready. You don't want to have 1, you don't want to have 4, you don't want to have 5, you want to have at least 10 to 15 or even up to 20 to 30 boxes if you're going to be a consistent seller. And you want to make sure you save as much money as possible, because if you keep on buying from post office, going in the post office, buying 1 box at a time, is going to eat into your profit in the long run. So I advise buy in bulk, and I buy my cardboard boxes from eBay. I'll link it in the description below, and the measurements I normally use in terms of like going for the boxes. Or you can go Kite Packaging, and I also link that in the description as well. Oh, sorry, couldn't speak. That in the description as well. How do I package and send my item? Now, the way you would send your item to StockX is, if it's a shoebox, let's just take shoebox as an example. You put in a brand box. Obviously, you print out your shipping labels and all that kind of stuff. You put your first paper inside the page 1 of the 2 papers that you print out in the shoebox. Then that shoebox, make sure you do like kind of put in like a bubble wrap or something, and then that is not even enough. They still want you to make sure it is wrapped properly, is secure, so it doesn't get damaged when it's getting delivered to them on the way. So what you have to do is get something like those like recycled papers, like the brown papers or black paper, it doesn't matter what kind of color it is. Just make sure you put it around the box, and what happens is it just secures the box and it doesn't get damaged, because this is how they're going to send it to the buyer, so it doesn't get damaged through that way as well to them. So just make sure it is properly packaged, bubble wrap it, and avoid any damages, because if let's say the box is in damage and it gets damaged further away, more likely if it's a very bad damage, they're gonna fail it, and then you're gonna end up basically not making a sale. So you don't want to do that. Right guys, that's it for today. I hope you'll enjoy the video, and I hope I have covered everything. If I haven't covered everything and there are a couple of questions that you guys still have, please comment down below. I will try my best to help you out, and I hope that this video has helped you through my experience, because I know there's a lot of new sellers. If you're selling first time on StockX and you're still unaware of how it all works, and what if this happens, what happens then, and all that kind of stuff, I hope through my experience it has helped you in terms of answering your questions. But if you still think I haven't answered all questions, please comment down below and I'll try my best. But that's it for today guys, and make sure we gotta hit 1k subscribers. And remember, 1k subscribers means giveaway, and that giveaway is the Jordan 4s shimmers. I still have them, and I have kind of planned now. I made my mind. I think I'm gonna give them as a giveaway. I'm not gonna resell them, even though I'm a reseller. Sorry, no, I had to say it because I know a lot of people don't like resellers, but as a reseller, I think it's time for me to give back. And when we hit 1k subscribers, I will give those shimmers to one of you guys, lucky people out there. It's a UK 6.5, the size, and doesn't matter if you're not even a 6.5. You can go and gift this. You're getting a free shoe. So all you gotta do is you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and as always, guys, have a nice day. Peace.